Hi there, I am back with an update to the garden a year after starting the YouTube channel and then completely neglecting to post any videos. Basically what happened was we moved into the house, that kind of took priority over the garden, and I'm now only really getting stuck into it this year after some absolutely atrocious weather from September last year onwards. And it's just getting good, and I'm starting to dig out some beds and put the plans into action. So one of the first jobs I actually did was to dig out 3 herbaceous borders all along what will be our patio. Still not a patio, it's just hardcore down at the moment. And the plants that are in there are ones that we already had. I haven't bought anything new or anything for the garden yet, or the ones that actually I've been given by some people. So sorry, excuse the noise, there's a tractor in the field next door. I've got Geranium Johnson's Blue, there's Aquilegia, Sedum, Hellebores. In here we have some more Hellebores, there's Daisies, there's Verbena bonsaris, more Geranium, just a big mix of stuff that will hopefully be the Crocosmia lucifer. There's a few bits that haven't come up, but we're only just working on it at the moment. And then this is the third one here. I've left these areas so we can walk down onto the grass and the lawns which stretch across this way. So I'll take you down here. I put in my little red Acer. That was one of the first things that went in. I've only recently just put this bed in around it, and I've also just started digging out some beds down here, and I'm going to make another video probably in the future just to show you how I've gone about doing this. It hasn't been dug over yet, just the turf lifted, and they're going to continue on round in a curve down here, and then we'll have planting all around the wall. So I'll take you on down. There's a few bits been planted in here, again stuff that we had from our own garden. I'm absolutely loving this Amelanchier. It was full in flower last week. Unfortunately I didn't do any video of that. We're going to have this little pathway into the orchard area here, so this will come in. I put in a bare root hedge in November last year all the way around. It's privet, so that goes up round along the wall. Please ignore the long grass, I haven't got in to clip that yet. It does go along here, which will hide this god-awful mess of a compost heap, which I have plans for to do some much better bays than that. So in this orchard area I have planted 4 different varieties of apple tree, a Victoria plum and a conference pear. This is the plum just over here, that is the pear there. This is a Bramley seedling. This James Grieve apple here is doing absolutely brilliantly. Look at the blossom on there, it's just beautiful. There's a Katie here and a Laxton Superb, I think it's called, that one. Sorry, the name escaped me. I couldn't think Supreme or Superb. Yeah, so they're actually settling in, growing away really well, and yeah, hopefully might get some fruit off them this year. I'm kind of thinking more next though. So we entered the orchard from over here where I said I was cutting those beds out, and I've also got another entrance or exit up here into what is slowly, very slowly, becoming the vegetable garden. So in this vegetable garden I've just knocked together a really simple basic raised bed with some scrap wood that I had just for this year, so we can get a few bits in the ground and planted. I think we're just going to do some summer salads and lettuce, spring onion, bits and pieces like that. I'm just waiting on some compost to arrive. You'll see some little stakes in the ground. I've marked out what will eventually one day be the greenhouse, and then we're going to have 8x4 beds all the way along here. I've just marked out the first one at the moment. I have a load of soil from digging out somewhere else that I just dumped here. That's going to be moved, and as you can see I had some raspberries planted in a bed along the back. This area here next to the garage will be a no-dig potato bed. Sometime in the coming week or two I'm hoping to get some compost and some wood chip delivered. I've a ton of cardboard still in the garage from when we moved in. This will all be cleared. That's just from some shrubs that were taken down nearby, and along the back of the garage here I am going to dig out a bed there which will have our tomatoes in, because that wall gets nice and warm, so that's going to do them the world of good growing up there on canes. And so we'll just carry on looking around. So that's the back garden at the moment, and where I've got to in the last year or so. I did start putting in a bed around that silver box, but it's just got completely overgrown with weeds, and I'm gonna, don't even want to show you that up close because it's a mess, and I want to change the shape and size of it completely. Now if I walk on through to the front here, we planted some trees at the very start when we first moved into here, which is about a year ago now. We put in lime trees along the drive here, so there's 6 in total, 3 on either side. They have settled and are doing really well. They've grown up and out, and the leaves are just starting to pop out on them at the moment. And in this top corner here I put in silver birch and 2 of the Royal Frost, which is like a red-leafed birch. They're a little bit slower, but they are coming out. But the silver birch are doing really well. And again, the hedge that's in the back is the same all around here. It's privet, bare root, so it's going to take a good while to grow, but it's actually, I'm really pleased with it. Again, this side, same 3 lime trees. The hedge is planted all along there. I just need to trim all that grass away from where I cut the lawn the other week. There is an oak in that corner. There's nothing really much happening with that at the moment, so probably not worth showing you too much of that. There is a magnolia here in the front lawn, which is just starting to come into leaf. It didn't flower this year, which was a little bit disappointing. The hedge also goes across the garden here, and I have the rowan, which this poor thing has been moved about 5 times since we came here. I had it down the very back just kind of holding, and then I moved it over into the orchard and I didn't like it there, and it's coming to this spot here and it is settling in really well, and as you can see it is covered in what will become its little flowers. As we move down here, one day I won't be able to step through here because this will be a hedge. I planted some rhododendrons that I picked up, actually funny enough, from a supermarket, half price a few years ago, and just been sitting in pots ever since. And we're back round to here. Don't mind this big mound of earth here because there's a project coming here in the future as well. You might just be able to see with a little bed with roses. That's actually now going to be moved up to where I extended the patio a little bit here. I'll talk about that another time. And this is kind of going to become a bit of a terraced rose garden because there's a real slope here. So I'm going to dig away and flatten this and put some little, hopefully some little stone walls here. And right down in the corner there, just coming into leaf as well, is a beautiful liquid amber tree, which had the most fabulous leaves on it in the autumn last year. So delighted to see that that's doing well. And that's really where I am at the moment with the plot. Oh, there's a buddleia I just popped in here. So as I say, this bed, this wall will have a bed all the way along it, just with some shrubs to hide the wall. Shrubs there. I plan on bringing a bed out here. Probably do some planting up this wall as well. And somewhere along here, I'm thinking I might pop in a pond. But a lot of this is in the future, you know. As you can see, it's taken me a year just to get going on this little bit. So I'm not going to kill myself, but I just really want to get stuck into getting some of these projects done, and maybe try and stop starting half a project and jumping onto another one and never quite finishing what I've started. Hence these beds here, 1 dug out and 2 kind of half done. So there is a quick update there on what I've been up to in the last year in the garden. I'd hope now to get a few more videos up. Now I can actually get out here and I've got some proper plans and ideas of what I'm going to work on. Sometimes I feel like I haven't done an awful lot, and then I look back and look at that first video that I put up where it is just literally mud with some grass seed thrown on it. And yeah, we've come a fair way, and looking forward to cracking on and getting some more planting done and the vegetable plot up and running. And it's going to take a long time, but maybe you'll enjoy watching what I do. Thanks a million. If you enjoyed this, please give a like and a subscribe, and see you in the next one. Bye.